This gathering brings together all the vice-chancellors of institutions in Africa that are dealing with nuclear science and technology. And therefore, by them being here, we can decide which areas we need training most in, so that we can see whether it is in nuclear medicine, whether it is in nuclear energy, whether it is in agriculture, whether it is in water, whether it is in instrumentation and safeguards. These are the people who are charged with the training in their countries. And therefore, when we tell them what to do, and they go back to their home countries and they bring on board people who can be trained at the master's and the PhD levels, then we shall have achieved a lot of training that we so much require in Africa. Number two, the AFRA Nest coordinators are meant to bring together research institutes that are doing work in nuclear science and technology and in nuclear knowledge management. By them being here, there is that synergy, the understanding, the having the same platform upon which to train, upon which to collaborate, upon which to partner. And therefore, this gathering brings together a mammoth crowd of intellects that are able to come out with human resource development needs in Africa.
Most of these technologies are basically offered at a level of, postgraduate levels in most of these universities. Now, higher education sector is a platform from which to launch these technologies. So a collaboration and cooperation between a number of higher education institutions in the region will assist, because, we cannot always duplicate the resources, but coming together, we can harness the strengths at different parts of the continent to bring them together and perhaps ultimately come with mechanisms of how to share, instead of us shipping our students overseas when they can be placed anywhere in Africa to get the same skills cheaper, with an African context in mind, an Afrocentric approach to solving African solutions in the nuclear science and technology space. That would be a win-win for all countries. So I think higher education has a big role to play as a platform to launch these collaborations.
Nuclear energy is one of those energy can be used in an energy mix, and it's a low carbon energy. Hence, it's very good. Now we are being faced with the issues of the climate change, and you can see the role that nuclear power can also be able to sort of play in the social economic development. And it's very important that we do emphasize that this technology has got to be used in a safe, secure, and peaceful manner.
Yes, in terms of the nuclear new build program, you would know that in South Africa we are implementing the integrated resource plan that provided that we must commence with the preparations for the 2,500 megawatts of nuclear energy because it's a no-regret option in the long term. So work is at an advanced stage with the preparations for the issuance of the request for proposal to the market by the end of this financial year. The preparations for the procurement framework are at an advanced stage where we're interrogating the various models with the different stakeholders which look into the different funding options as to how to advance the program and ensure that we implement this program, because nuclear provides clean baseload electricity, which is required by the country to ensure that we can provide for the energy that should ensure that we mitigate against the security of energy supply in the country.